Graph one, we're talking whether something continues forever or it has a break. So continuity versus discontinuity. Is it continuous or discontinuous? Well, this graph one, if I put my pencil on it, I could keep tracing. There's no break. For any x I plug in, there's going to be a value. So this is continuous. Graph one is continuous. What about graph two? Well, you're doing this guy, but when you get here, there's a hole right here. Okay, you can't have a hole. A hole means when I plug x in this case -1, there's not going to be an answer. So this is discontinuous. Now, we ask for the name of it. This is called removable, okay, removable or hole. Sort of obvious when it has a hole, but we call it removable. The discontinuity it's called removable or a hole. Let's look at the next one. Well, this one, he starts here and goes on forever and ever and ever. But if I plug in a value right here, I'm not going to get an answer. This is discontinuous also. And this discontinuity is called endpoint discontinuity because it sort of starts here at a point and goes on forever. So we're going to call that an endpoint discontinuity. The next one, well, you can easily see that if I plug in x being 1, which is right here, there's nothing for it, is there? This guy seems to sort of come up to here and then he jumps here and goes. So he sort of seems to jump. So jump discontinuity is the name of that guy. This one, ooh, it looks great, but the problem is when you plug in 0, do you have anybody here? No, there's an asymptote right there. There's an asymptote. That means, hey, it's not continuous. Now, it does go on to infinity forever that way, and negative infinity that way forever, but this is called infinite discontinuity. It goes on to infinity, and it covers everybody, but there's this asymptote that breaks it up. So that is not continuous. The final one, ooh, this is an absolute value. He goes and goes forever and ever and ever. No matter what I plug in for x, there's going to be a value, and I can trace this. So this guy is continuous.